seeds of joy in every row. Come on down, we'll show you how what's fresh and green is growing now. At Bob's Market, we've got it all, from garden dreams to greenhouse halls. Catch the buzz, catch the show, where the best of the season grows. Tomatoes ripe, peppers bright, tips for keeping blooms in sight. Let's make your backyard glow. Tools and plants, advice for free. Bob's is where you want to be. At Bob's Market, we've got it all, from garden dreams to greenhouse halls. Catch the buzz, catch the show, where the best of the season grows.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Bob's Live. And, well, I have tweaked some settings on my live streaming software, so hopefully we're going to have a chop-free day today. The past few episodes, I noticed there's been a little bit of chop here and there. And part of that was due to some of the settings within the software. You know, the software updates and it breaks everything. That's just the way software is, you know. Anyhow, today I have something awesome because it is snowy and cold out. You know, I think this is week 2 now with snow on the ground. It's starting to, you know, kind of wear on us a little bit. Earlier in the week, we had that snow that went through. I ended up, my heater at home was broken. Called the HVAC repair company. They showed up with a van. They needed another part. Another guy came with a second van. They both got stuck in the snow in front of my house. Another person from their company came with a 4-wheel drive company truck to try to pull them out. He also got stuck in front of my house, so it was a very interesting evening. I thought today we would head out to the greenhouse and take a look at something that is sure to kind of break you out of the winter blues if you've kind of been trapped inside. And you're just waiting for the snow to melt. So let's head out to the greenhouse and take a look at what we have growing. Hi, John Morgan here, and today I am down here at our Fieldhouse greenhouse where I have something really special for this time of year when we're just completely buried with snow outside. And that is some of the first blooms of this year. So let me grab the camera and we'll get down here on the ground and take a look at this. It is cold and chilly outside, but these little blooms are sure to brighten your day. These are our mixed Calibrachoa baskets, and they're just getting their start right now. It's going to take a while for these to grow out into a full-size basket, and these blooms will actually end up getting trimmed off. So once these get a little bit bigger and they start to kind of grow over the side of the basket, we'll give them a haircut, and what that does is that encourages them to branch out and get fuller. Looking at some of these baskets, you can already start to get an idea of what the color mix is going to look like. So here we have a beautiful pink, orange, and yellow. And they are starting to grow really nicely. Also down here, I can show you the difference between kind of our two different sizes of hanging baskets. So this is our standard 10-inch basket, And then over here we have a little bit more deluxe 12-inch basket. And these, they haven't started blooming yet, but we can take a look at the tags. And of course this year, it's the 250th anniversary of the founding of the U.S. So a mix like this is definitely going to be popular this year. This is Heartland, and it's a nice red, white, and blue mix. And that's a quick look at what we have growing here on this winter's day as we inch a little bit closer to spring. I hope these blooms give you a little bit of hope that, yeah, things are going to warm up and stuff's going to start blooming. And that was a quick look at, yeah, some of the first blooms of the season. And yeah, it's this time of year that I get out in the greenhouse and I really start getting that garden itch, you know, like, oh, I need to start planting, ordering seeds. You get out there, you smell the dirt, it's nice and warm in the greenhouse. And yeah, it starts to feel like springtime, even though I had just about fell on my hind end walking across the parking lot because of the ice. But, you know, something like that, it just snaps you out of those winter blues. Speaking of, let's take a look at the weather. Right now, it is a toasty 23 degrees outside. And actually, because of the sun peeking through here and there, it actually says that it feels like 33. Yeah, it does feel rather comfortable out. But if we take a look at the map, we are just chock full of weather alerts right now, and that is because tomorrow we are looking at some snow. And it's going to be snowy tomorrow, and then blooming cold again on Saturday and Sunday. So on Saturday, we're looking at 19 degrees as the high, 1 degree as the low, which, oh. And then Sunday, 25 for the high and 16 for the low. But then, here is the great news. Heading into next week, it's going to be shorts weather heading into Tuesday. And then later on in the week, we're going to be up in the mid-40s, which that is downright tropical weather compared to what we've had. So that is definitely something to look forward to. And oh my land, that's a 47 out there toward next weekend. And well, that is the weather forecast. Of course, we've headed into February. We had Groundhog Day. Both Puxatawny Phil and our own French Creek Freddy here in West Virginia predicted 6 more weeks of winter. But heading into February also means that, you know, it's time to start planting your garden. And there it is. I have lost my mouse. There we go. Along those lines, this coming Saturday, I'll be releasing our next episode of the Keep Growing podcast. And I'm going to be covering February garden tasks. So things that you can do in February to kind of get you moving towards springtime. And hey, I see Patty's watching. Hi, Patty. But yeah, the Keep Growing podcast, this time of year, I put out 2 episodes a month. So kind of every other week. So we'll have February garden tasks this week. And then week after next, we'll kind of dive into a gardening topic. And then once we get more into the actual growing season, we do a weekly episode of the Keep Growing podcast. And it goes kind of hand in hand with Uncle Jim's Almanac over on our website. So if you head over to bobsmarket.com, we have an almanac section, and that is tailored to our region here in the Mid-Ohio Valley. So I recommend checking that out for things to keep your green thumb busy this time of year. And that is, well, just about everything that I have for this week. I forgot to make a slide for it, but we'll just use this one. Right now, we have winter hours at our store, so our Gallipolis store is closed. Belpre is open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5:30, and then Mason is open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5. But the slide that I forgot to add is something that we just implemented today. Like, I logged in this morning with a guy from the company that helps manage our point of sale system, so the cash registers in our stores. But something that we're implementing, like many other stores, is penny rounding. So we've got that online today. So whenever you do a transaction now at Bob's, if you're paying in cash, we'll round to the nearest nickel. And yeah, so that is a change that we have made. And well, that is all that I have for this week's episode of Bob's Live. Again, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, X, all over the place. Of course, at our website, bobsmarket.com. And also, we're over on TikTok. And something that I've been trying to do is going live each week on TikTok. I try to do it on Tuesdays at some point during the day. So if you're over on TikTok, give us a follow at Bob's Market, and you might just see us when we're live, and I'm kind of walking around out in the greenhouse just talking about whatever I find that's interesting or whatever people have questions about. So find us over there also. And well, that is all that I have. So until next time, keep growing.
At Bob's Market, we've got it all, from garden dreams to greenhouse halls. Catch the buzz, catch the show, where the best of the season grows.